I think Gratitude is just waiting until, we're gonna stop somewhere so she can get out and,
Okay.
Run or something. I mean, I don't think she's not gonna like try to stab this guy while he's driving her.
Oh, sure.
That doesn't
Yeah.
seem
That's
smart. So yeah.
Do you?
But I mean, if he starts driving to some like abandoned place, then she will do something different, right? So this is
Yes,
assuming
yeah,
that
yeah,
he is in fact
right.
driving into the heart of the city to a hotel. If he's doing that, then yeah, she will wait until they're parked and then do something.
I think one of the questions there is like, does like again like he's got somewhat good antennae for this stuff. So
Yeah.
with everything that's going on, can Gratitude kind of play it cool? I wonder. This is what I'm wondering. I
Let's
wonder
roll.
if this would be something we could roll for because I just
Yeah. Well, okay, so then I have my
not, maybe.
No, I think this sounds like a roll to me. I have my cutthroat manipulation thing. I think this is when he starts, rather than saying no, no, no and being all wishy-washy, she starts telling a story like about some actual terrible thing that happened to her, something related to crime. And she starts crying or something about this, and it's just like, yeah, if I could just, be around someone who could, help me maybe even make money in a way that isn't like, yeah. So that's kind of her thing that she's
leaning into
doing.
his line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you 2 dice.
All right. I have 2 for my trait. I have 6 in my pool, so I'll use 4. That seems like a good number.
So you get like 8 dice you're rolling?
Oh, yeah, 8. So I get 2 ones. So you can narrate.
I can narrate.
Yeah.
So I think then, you lean into his line and he interprets what you're saying to mean like you think what he's saying is a good idea.
Yeah,
you got to be playing into the "oh yeah, I am helpless" thing, or else he's not gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he's very happy. Like, I mean, he's been happy since he picked you up, as far as you can tell. But now he's like saying, he's saying like, I usually like because I have got this expense account, so I usually like milk the day out and like really kind of take my time on my rounds, but. I think we really need to get you settled and back home. So, I'm going to make sure things go quickly today. So we'll check you in. You can get cleaned up, and maybe we can even, maybe if you rest up, we can take turns driving tonight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Make better time to get back home.
To get back home. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's jumping it. He's like already like.
Oh no, that's
yeah, that's
what
really bad.
You're creepified again, John, because he's been doing it like one phrase.
Yeah, exactly.
At a time, the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you've completely convinced him you're all along for this. So he's not suspicious. So that's what, just to be clear, like he's.
Yeah, and so once he's in that zone, Gratitude goes from weepy and stuff to all bubbly and cheerful, right? Like there's this sudden swerve of her behavior to like being all happy to be around him and being very like energetic and as energetic as she can be while her stomach is empty, and she's feeling horrible. Yeah.
So he's gonna take you then. So you're now gonna get. He will drive you to the point where you're like down into the city, into the downtown area of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like he's not going to some. It's not like, again, it's another one of these like, American industrial cities that got, I mean, Springfield's a good example of any of them, but just like that got, and Bulwark is inspired by the same type of thing, like kind of. No real industry kind of came back to them.
It might have been hit with the bubble development stick in the 90s.
Yes, yeah.
So the downtown is a little too new and sterile, and at least in parts.
and that's kind of where this hotel where he's going to be driving to is. So it's weird. So you'll go through some neighborhoods that are definitely like have not been hit by the development, and then as Ron is saying, like some nicer buildings, but they're sort of unused. Although you wouldn't necessarily know that, but you will be. With the point being, you're not actually, it's not like you're seeing a lot of people like out and about on the streets. There's still traffic, but there's not like people walking around. It's not like there's not like a lot of like urban walking space or like sort of, it's still a little barren on the streets, but he does seem to be not leading you to like an obviously like
I'm going to kill you here or whatever. Yeah.
So, and he does seem to be so because he will get to the point where he's sort of at the hotel area, and there's this option to kind of like it's like one of these hotels where you can kind of pull up in front and like park and like maybe get, I don't know if they would have valet parking or whatever, but he passes that and then is starting to take a turn down into the parking garage.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think Gratitude is just waiting at this point for her chance to run or something. When she can get out of the car, she wants to, as soon as there's a good opportunity, to run.
It's good. So he'll go down the parking garage. He'll park and kind of turn and smile and say like, he'll say like. I think he says something like, even though it's just a rental, I don't like to trust it with I don't like other people to, I don't trust I don't trust the people they might have here to park it for me. Something like that. So something insulting. But he stopped and he's, like I say, he believes in you. So he'll kind of get out, and he'll go, I think he'll go first to the trunk to get out his bag, and you don't have anything.
Right.
And he will eventually kind of come around and like open the door for you and like help you out. But you have this time. So I'm just.
Yeah. Oh man, this is hard because this guy, I have no idea.
Where go, Sam?
I know. Oh my God. Well, this is horrifying. This guy's like literally kidnapped her. Oh man.
You well,
getting out of I got no comment except that he's hemmed you in socially and physically.
Yeah, intensely. Yeah. So,
and there's no one and then in this parking garage, there is no one down here. Like it's like there's like a guy maybe back at the booth, but you're parked down. He pulled down in, and
of course he did.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a question. Does this guy, the dude, I forget his name now, but Frank, does he seem like physically fit and stuff? Like he could chase me?
I think Frank has, so that's a good question. I've been picturing him as being like, I might have used this description for someone else, and maybe I'm using this for him too. But I picture him as being like, maybe this was how I described Frank originally. I'll go back and check the tape at some point, but I might be describing him differently than I described him to Willie. So I apologize. But since Gratitude got in the car with him, I've been picturing him as being like, in high school, he probably played football, and now we're seeing like 20 years later of not playing football.
Right.
But
totally.
So like sort of like athletic, but like, we definitely see the martini lunches and the the expense account.
Yeah, but he's not what's the word I want? He's not somebody you'd want to just take a punch at if you didn't like him.
No, right? No, I can totally picture this.
But he's still like solid, yeah.
I think Gratitude has a moment where she's going to run, and then she feels how weak her legs are when she actually stands up.
Oh, man.
And she knows she can't.
Yeah.
Because I just can't see it being possible for her. Like, just thinking about all the shit that's happened to her.
And where's she gonna go? I mean, on a sidewalk outside.
That
right?
too. And at this point, she hasn't had a meal in like a day.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think. Yeah. So she like stands up and she like almost falls. Right. She probably catches herself on the side of the car, and she's like, "Frank, I need some food."
Well, let's get in. They're expecting me. We'll get some room service.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And then he winks and says, "Expense account."
Yeah, and she says because she's kind of like, can you tell me a bit more? She as they're walking up, she's like, can you tell me a bit more about and she's barely able to walk. I mean, this is kind of grim.
Yeah.
So she's like, can you tell me a bit? Actually, I don't even know if she's thinking like about who is this guy anymore. I think she's just thinking hungry, 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 thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. So unless he wants her to say her random bullshit stories, she's just quiet and just thinking about food and probably biting all her nails off and stuff. Just hungry.
So he takes you he'll lead you because he sees that you're maybe like a little faltering just from everything. And so he'll kind of take you by the arm, and he's pulling his like wheelie bag, which is of a nicer quality than Willie's.
Right.
To kind of give that kind of visual.
This is the guy I sent $1,000 to. No wonder he's got an expense account.
Yeah. And oh God, at some point, Gratitude has like, she's realized, she's not going to be able to fight this guy. So she slipped the knife somewhere into her clothes, like, some pocket or something. So, yeah.
So I'll kind of walk up, and now he does have to still check in. So there's this moment where like you kind of are entering into you kind of go up this stairwell, and so far he's being like, he's not making a move. He's convinced by this like right now, and I think he's maybe even like that you're letting him kind of support you a little bit is also.
I think she has to. I think she literally has to let him support her because she's injured and tired.
He's taking that as like
confirmation. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Acquiescence. And so he'll help you up the stairs, and I think there's a moment where he's realizes that there's might be like awkward of bringing you over to the check-in with him because of how you look and everything.
Yeah.
But he pushes through it. Like he brazens through it and just kind of goes over and gives the desk clerk, who's a young woman about Gratitude's age, a big smile, and says, "You've been expecting me," Yeah,
and Gratitude makes sure to make prolonged eye contact with this woman.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Might be your only.
Okay.
Like meaningful, like as meaningful of a help me look as she can make.
So I'll give you a roll for that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you one die from her because she's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one die from her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna justify it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
It feels like a one die thing.
Now, none of her traits help, but I do have my beautiful 7-die pool. And, what's a pool unless you use all the dice? So I'm going to gamble all of them. So I have 8 dice here. Oh, and I see 2 1s. Okay. So I think this might be good to should I take a monologue of victory or should I let you? Because I could do a lot with this monologue of victory, I think. No, you can have the monologue because I want to give her a higher trait, so I'm trying to stack up my pool here.
Okay. So So she picks up that like she's going through with checking you guys in, and she picks up that something is definitely wrong, but she also picks up on if she says something, it might be in danger for you.
Right.
So I think she would try to do something to let you know that she was gonna help you out surreptitiously, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I can kind of see like she waits till like Frank's attention, like Frank is like signing something, and then slips like paper to you. But I don't know. Like I'm trying to think what would if she just says like. Hey, I mean, she'll. I guess my point is like, I'm not sure the best way to narrate this, but I think the idea is that you get the sense that you get that she knows that something's wrong and that she's going to try to help you, and maybe.
I mean, there could be a moment where Frank steps away and we actually get to say just a couple quick words to each other.
Oh, sure.
He might have to, I don't know, just, as a suggestion.
She'll say, oh, this is what she can do. She'll, yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, yeah. So, I'm sorry to blank on this, but no, I think
you might be trying to do too much, John.
Yeah.
It actually might only be that. I mean, gratitude might not know.
I think it might just
be right.
No, I think it can be okay that what we've established that that she kind of nods and says like, "I get it," or like she nods so that gratitude knows that she's there and like is an ally on her side. I think that's all we have to establish. You're right.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I don't think we have to establish anything more. Right. And but this then sets up for what is optional or what can happen next.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And so Frank will then, take the key as checked in, the he'll lead gratitude away to the elevator, but the woman at the desk will be like watching, and like if gratitude looks back, like they can make eye contact again.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And that's it. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. And unfortunately, I think I have to call it for tonight. My family obligations. I apologize.
That's all right.
No, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
But I'm like I said, I'm trying to get better with like cutting in between more, doing like the flashpoint style with this. But I find with the screen, for some reason, I just get sucked in a way that I don't in person.
For whatever reason, I'm not feeling a strong need for that.
Either.
I also agree. Actually, I think it's nice. Actually, the like big chunks of.
As long as you guys are okay with it, I feel if I have no pressure from you guys, I'm not going to put pressure on myself for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that it's. Yeah, I think that if there was like one more player, maybe, but I feel like
in this other pool game I'm doing with 4 players, it's like 2. It's definitely like 2. The big chunks are sort of like too much.
Right.
But I think this is working pretty well, but I just wanted to check. I guess want to check in with you guys, make sure that's okay. It's working. Okay. And yeah, sorry about, I would like to continue on. I just gotta.
We're committed to these hour sessions, even though the eagerness to continue is very strong, more than once. Definitely. So, which is, a terrible problem to have. So.
Yeah. It's not bad. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Good to see you both.
Yeah.
And we'll plan for next week.
All right. See you guys next week.
Good night, everyone.